Alright, so we're back here again, and let me put this together real quick. So I went to the other thrift store, or not thrift store, but the flea market, the one that had the TurboGrafx 16 at. And I had to go get some more money because I bought a lot of stuff at the other flea market. And I went over to the flea market I went to last week, the Trader's World, and I had to get home pretty quickly because we had a family reunion to go to. So I was speed walking through that place, and I tell you what, they didn't have many people out there setting up booths. And outside, I did not find one gaming vendor, none. And last week there was actually a hardcore gaming vendor outside. He had a whole bunch of games marked up. He was definitely a reseller. He wasn't there that day. I wanted to show you guys the video of how bad it was, but it wasn't there. And more importantly, the TurboGrafx 16 vanished. The guy wasn't there. I don't know if it was because it's the 4th of July weekend. They just, had family things to go to, or it was gone for good. I don't know. I'm kind of regretting it because I just watched a video on Screw Attack about the TurboGrafx 16, how great it is, and I'm just like, really want to get it now. But I still went inside. I found a reseller that was actually at decent prices. One of them in there was just outrageous, and they didn't have a discount box, over the games they couldn't sell, so they mark it down. They didn't have that, so completely skipped that one. Went to another one that had decent prices. Actually, the guy selling his stuff was actually a pretty good guy overall. I mean, I talked to him for a little while. He was not the owner of the place. He was just running the stuff. And I guess he was a collector, and I guess he teamed up with the guy, so he's selling some of his stuff there with his own pricing, and then the other guy there is running the shop with most of the stuff, I guess. Because he said he was a collector. And he kept on mentioning how this is what happens. And he was pointing to the store. He's like, this is what happens when your collection gets out of hand. And he had a lot of stuff there, so... But I asked specifically for... because some of the games are outrageous. Some are alright prices, though. I was specifically asking for Dreamcast. I think there's a lot of good Dreamcast games out there. I want to get it. It's a system I really want to play. So, he said he had it out in the front in like a case that you can see it from the aisle. It's got like a plexiglass over it. So I'll go out there and I'll look, and I can't find nothing. But as I'm looking, I find something else. I find some Sega CD games. I found Echo the Dolphin, Tides of Time. This is the second one, and it was listed for I don't know if you can see that, $5. I'm thinking $5 for the Sonic the Echo the game. That's a good deal. I mean it's not amazing by any means, but that's a pretty good deal, I think, because it's a game I really love. Any game I really love, it's at an okay price. To me, it's going to be a good deal. And then we got the original Echo the Dolphin. This one's for $4. And when we got these games out, I'm thinking the worst, like the manual's going to be missing. That would spoil the deal. $5 for no manual. I'm not paying that price. But he pulls it out, and Echo the Dolphin, Tides of Time, he pulls it out. The manual's in there. It's got the little phone protector. And not only that, but I don't know if you can see that, it's got the markings for Goodwill. So whoever bought it for $3 at Goodwill. That's going to show you, man. Resellers go to Goodwills, and they get the good deals, and they mark it up a little bit and sell it at their store. So if you got this at 50% off, you got it for $1.50. That's a steal. But then again, he might have picked it up for $3 and he sold it for $5. He made a $2 profit, which is pretty decent profit, considering he bought it for $3. So, but it was good enough price for me to buy. Now the Echo the Dolphin game, when he pulled it out, it didn't have the manual, and it was marked for $4. And the guy was like, I don't know what this guy was thinking, mark it for $4. You know what? I'll give it to you for $1 because there's no manual. And I'm thinking that's a good deal. $1 Genesis game, no manual. That's a good deal. I'll take that. And especially a game I want to play. I want to play this. I don't want to own it. I want to play it. So we go to the register, and sure enough, he found this one there. $4, had the game, or the manual inside, and it's got the phone protector pad. And the game itself is all these games I picked up are pretty good. I mean, this got some smudges, just like dust and shit on it. But there's no scratches on it. It's just dust. So, you know, I gotta be really careful to get that dust off, but, you know, it's in good condition for $4. And both cases the hinges aren't broken. It's a good deal. Like I said before. And I decided to, you know, I'm gonna shop around. Once I found that they had that there, that just said with me like, you know what, there's probably some other good deals here too. So I'm gonna shop around. So as I was walking around, I found a bin full of Sega Genesis, and I already own two. You know, that two Model 2s, and they had some high graphics ones and this regular the Model 1s non-high graphics or high definition. But I asked him how much he wanted for the Sega Genesis, and he said $5 a pop. No cords, no nothing, $5 so. And I got the cords and all that at home. I know the Model 1s do not match the Model 2s, so don't be confused. You would have to get separate AV cords for the Model 1s if you have a Model 2. But as I was going through the Sega Genesis, I'm looking through them, and I'm specifically looking at the back. As you can see, this is Model 2. I'm specifically looking at the back because there's a Model 2 I really want. I want a Model 2 that's got good audio quality and good graphics. And the one that's got the most likely going to happen is with this variant. This is like the last Model 2 Genesis they made. You can see that the heat plate doesn't come all the way over. There's a little gap there. That's because the motherboard's a little bit smaller. And on that website I made a video about, basically there's a 50-50 chance that this is going to have the really good audio and the really good graphics card. So I gambled for $5. I gambled that this is going to be a good one. This is going to be the one I'm going to play on. I got that huge, amazing sound system downstairs, the plasma TV. I want to get the best quality, so I'm risking $5 on this. So we're going to do a video and we're going to take it apart. We're going to see if I did or not. So, and then I found a game. A Sega Genesis game. They had a whole bunch of carts on the wall there. I saw the Tiny Toons, and I saw it was $3 for a cart game. I got it down. No manual, but the cart is actually in good condition. And I want to show you something real quick here, because I picked this game up earlier and I didn't realize it. But these two games are the same game, but the graphic art on the cover is completely different. This looks legit. This one looks really legit. I noticed a lot of some of the Sega Genesis games, the carts look, I don't know, blurry. You know, low production quality. This one looks like a very, very like legit graphics or game. This one's really blurry. You're probably not gonna be able to see how blurry it is. Let me give it all the time to focus. I mean, can you see how blurry that is a little bit? It's just not. It doesn't look like it was mass produced for Sega Genesis. And there's other games too that are like that. This one looks pretty bad too. Try to get that focus to come in. I mean, it's not good quality. And I did a little research online, and it turns out there's people making fake games, not the originals. They're remaking games and putting their own labels on it. But I only heard that for Game Boy games and Nintendo Nintendo Advance games, Game Boy Advance games. But I'm kind of wondering whether or not people are actually taking the bad covers, taking them off, and then gluing new ones on that looking like good condition. And I went online, I googled image for that game cart, and the only ones that had the Sega Genesis that had the Genesis on the side of the cart were eBay sellers. I saw a lot of the ones that looked just like this one on there. So I'm not even sure. I mean, they didn't make a greatest hit of it because the greatest hit it's labeled greatest hit on the cart itself. So why would they have two different carts? Unless one's a England PAL, the European edition, or a Japanese edition. But I guarantee you that's not a Japanese edition, and I bet it's not a European edition either. It's a mystery to me. I really think that there might be a possibility that people are actually just remaking covers and gluing them on to resell at a higher price. So, oh, and I picked up one more thing too. I picked up a PS1 memory card. I got ripped off on this. I thought it was a $2 one. It turns out it's $4. And I need to play my PlayStation 1 RPG games. I really want to play them. I need a memory card, so I picked up a memory card for like $4. All in all, that one place I got everything for $21. So not a great deal by any means, but it is what it is. And finally, we're going to talk about my my big pull, and that is Final Fantasy VII, the original game, like the non-greatest hit one. And this is in perfect condition, except for the far over here. There's a little bit of water marking. That's because it rained, and when I got it, it didn't have that there. And it's kind of hard to see now that it's dry, but if you really look at it, you can see the water damage there. But it was wet when I came home, and that's why I knew it was from me. And it's got the manual inside. Oops, there goes the manual. It's got the 2 games. And on my greatest hit ones that I picked up already, the first game was a little bit scratched up. It's going to play, I'm pretty sure it's going to play. But, you know, the first disc you play the most. And let me show you the first disc for this one. I mean, let's try to get the glare going on this one. Or maybe I gotta, I don't know. You're just gonna take my word for this. There's not one scratch on this disc. Not one. I really think they didn't play the game. There's not one scratch on it. And if any of them's going to have a scratch, it's going to be the first one. And I checked the other ones too, and they didn't have anything either. So, picked up for $5. $5. Originally, she was listing games for $3, old woman. $3 a PlayStation 1 game. But this one cost $5 because it was 2 games. That's another thing that a lot of resellers, not resellers, but, you know, people don't know video games. Oh, it's got 2 discs, it's 2 games. No, it's 1 game, it's just got multiple discs. But either way, she decided that it was worth $5 instead of $3 because they had 2 cases. But, I mean, the case, everything about this is mint condition except for the water damage from when I picked it up because it was raining outside. Amazing deal. And, again, the only reason why I got this is because it was raining, so it was really crappy conditions. I got there early. I got there about, I don't know, maybe 45 minutes before the indoors opened up. So you gotta get you know, the flea markets. You gotta go early. You gotta go early. And the reason why you gotta go early is because whoever, if I didn't pick it up, the next person that stopped by and saw that they had that game there, they would have snatched it up. I mean, you gotta be the first one there to get the really good deals. So you know, you gotta get there early. And that's pretty much it for the video. I'm going to do another video, upload another video, but it's going to take some time because these videos are going to take a long time to upload and edit. So just check out my next video when it comes up, and I'll see you later.